We got a short trailer from this tweet, but I'm going to show the short version because it looks better, of Arctic Peninsula, a new control map debuts in Season 3. Tips to help you prepare. Dress accordingly, always say hi to the penguins, and capture point and win. So this is a control map. Also, I don't know if I would get DMCA'd for watching this, but if you haven't seen Bad Pachimari's response tweet to this, it is quite possibly one of the funniest I have ever seen. So if you haven't seen this, go watch that. Anyways, let's watch the short. That looks so cool. It looks very dark. That's probably one of the control points if you see the outline, so. God, it's so dark. Doesn't it look kind of like, I don't know, like it just looks like very, it's like a different direction of Overwatch maps. Like Overwatch maps are pretty open and pretty light, I guess. They have a lot of light. This one seems pretty dark.
Sup flats.
Hello. I'll watch it one more time. Also, I think I saw Retro tweet. I think Retro tweeted that, oh, so that's what's on the other side of the training range this morning. And I'm not gonna lie, very underrated tweet. It was it was funny. I thought it was funny. I like this though. This looks really cool. It looks like it's gonna be a very brawl map, very brawl heavy map, almost like a Lijiang Tower Control Center type of brawly, if not even more. Like it doesn't look like there's long sight lines at all here. Like even this shot right here, like look, if there's like it does not even look like Widow is even playable on something like this, which is kind of good. I like the close quarters control maps. I think they're cool. Okay, and last up, there's this article that came out. Is this the one? I thought there was one from Liz. I want to see the one from Liz. So first one, there's two of these. So first one from Liz. Overwatch 2's newest control map, Antarctica, brings lore and life to Season 3. Even in its earliest days, Overwatch's maps took players on a world tour, encouraging exploration through the futuristic yet familiar universe. In the sequel, designers have already taken us to several European locales in the Shambhala Monastery and the warm beaches of Rio de Janeiro. European locales? Rio de Janeiro? And when sorry, I had to do it. And when Season 3 begins on February 7th, players will face a frigid new adventure. Welcome to Overwatch 2's newest control map, the Antarctic Peninsula, with submaps that take players between vastly different areas, like a massive wrecked ship in an underground maze of caves. Antarctica is designed to heat up a fan-favorite map type. I think that means control. According to the developers, the map is full of lore tidbits that solidify it as part of Overwatch's past, present, and future. Let's start with the most important news. Yes, Antarctica includes penguins. Dude, everyone's been talking about these penguins. Like, I need to know more about these penguins, for real. It was vital to the team's happiness that the penguins be included, lead narrative designer Gavin Jurgens-Fiery said in a press interview about the new map. According to art director Dion Rogers, players can shoot at the penguins but can't kill them or hurt them in any way. It is playfully done in the game when you see it, he said. Wait, it's playfully done in the game the way when you see it. Okay, so there's penguins you can interact with. Interesting. Once players are done staring at penguins, they can get to exploring Antarctica's picturesque and mildly terrifying environment. As a control map, Antarctica includes 3 sublevels that will cycle randomly as the match progresses through 3 rounds. The photos. I think we saw this kind of in the trailer, so but that looks like that'll be a control point right there. These sublevels include massive underground ice caves, which level designer Trey Spacek described as having a lot of verticality. Oh, and multiple flank routes. Another level is more of a straightforward control point, according to the designers, and features the extensive laboratories May and her co-workers used for their research. Interesting. So wait, is May going to be in a cryopod? The most striking of the sublevels is called Icebreaker, which includes the remnants of the massive Overwatch ship that attempted to rescue May and her research associates. On the way, it ended up mangled in the ice, and the mission was abandoned. Players get to meander through the ship, and play through some of the engine rooms, a captain's quarters, and more. Oh, there's actually some lore in here. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. May kind of just packed up and went back and joined Overwatch again, but like nobody cared about her for like 10 years. I mean, I wouldn't take that, but you know. With Antarctica, the team is diving back into maps that are steeped in character lore. Players got a taste of this lore with Eco Point Antarctica, a deathmatch map that was featured in the in-base Overwatch, so the TDM map. Everything about this frigid region is related to May and her ill-faceted research crew. As seen in the cinematic Rise and Shine, May spent 10 years frozen in one of the Overwatch's research centers in Antarctica. What was intended to be a short experiment in cryogenic technology ended in tragedy. Various issues wound up killing all of May's associates as time clicked by and Overwatch disbanded. That's some serious lore stuff. Oh my god, this is actually chunky. This version of Antarctica seeks to expand on that lore and answer some questions about the experiment. Fans often ask us why no one came to May and her co-worker, or the rescue of May and her co-workers. Jurgens explained. The answer is that Overwatch tried, he said, referencing the Icebreaker sublevel. You get to see a huge part of the story we never talked about before, and you can play across that area. I'm not a huge lore guy, but that's actually kind of cool. Jurgens was also not subtle about the number of answers and maybe more questions that can be found on various levels of the map. You can see some hints about what May and her team were trying to find in Antarctica. With its jury yet awe-inspiring ice fields and Aurora Australis? I want to say Aurora Borealis, but I don't think that's how it's spelled. Anyways, or Southern Lights. It's the southern version of the lights, Australis. Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't know that was a thing. Antarctica looks nothing like the rest of the Overwatch 2 maps, which was intentional by the design team. The challenge was in making it interesting while also reflecting its natural setting. All of a sudden, we say that we're going to make Antarctica, and you Google Antarctica, and you're like, oh, like, that's a problem. So I guess it's just because it's just a giant sheet of ice. Okay. Roger admits that the team had previously stuck to modular maps, but wanted to reach into the new heights with this natural setting. This took some graphical challenges, and we've never faced before with Overwatch. Is normally a city-based game. Okay. Antarctica is a very organic map for us. It's uneven in its shapes, its curves, its caves, and in the ice. In a strange way, Antarctica seems like the most Overwatchy map the team has created for the sequel. It builds around the lore of the characters and also brings back some of the fun and audacity of the game's iconic locales. Okay. Not only are there penguins, but there's a fishing hole and multiple ways to interact with the organic environment. Wow, we're going Skyrim route. You can fish. There's a sense of levity involved with that, in our opinion. Some of the newer additions have lacked. Antarctica launches with the third season of Overwatch 2 on February 7th. Interesting. Okay. Wow, we really went the Overwatch 2, or sorry, the Skyrim route with Overwatch 2 and added fishing. That's awesome. Does this like say the same stuff, or is this like slightly different? Let me see. I'm just gonna do a quick scroll. Oh, this one shows the 3 points. Cool. Just like other Koth maps, Antarctic Peninsula will be split into 3 different areas that the team will be forced to fight control of. The first is an icebreaker ship that Overwatch wanted to rescue May. Okay, we read that. All right, so I was right. This is control point number 1, which is cool. This is... Wow, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, is this going to be, like, super high ground control-y, or... Huh. It's going to be, like... I wonder if this is going to end up feeling kind of like Escort, but on control. Interesting. Kind of like Gardens on Oasis? Yeah, kinda. Kinda. And, I mean, if you've ever played against Oasis Gardens against double hit skid, it's kind of spooky. Second is a sub-level underground mine where scientists were working to discover... Okay. Is there photos of those? And the third focuses on labs where fans will be able to see what May and her coworkers were up to. Okay. Add shootable penguins. Much like how Busan has a karaoke machine and Ilios has basketball hoops, Antarctica Peninsula features its own fun interactions that the team is ecstatic about. The ice map will actually feature fishing holes that players can shoot and fish in, is what Roger described as a bit of a fishing minigame. I was not even joking. I was kind of half memeing as we went the Skyrim route. There's actual fishing mini games. That's awesome. Oh man. Penguins, meanwhile, can be shot at, but they'll never die, and they just dodge bullets like a playful Neo from the Matrix. What? Like a playful Neo from the Matrix. That's awesome. Yeah, can they dodge a hammer though? As for being able to pet the penguins, while the devs tried, they just couldn't make it work. Luckily, there are other things to hold interest. Players will actually be able to make designs in the deep snow that when they walk around in it, thanks to the new shader that was developed. Wait, you can draw in the snow? Wait a minute, that's gonna be so OP. What are you gonna draw in the snow? Pardon the pun, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, with a bunch more Easter eggs and fun interaction to discover in the weeks ahead. All right, that's cool. That's actually pretty cool. So, we're still like a 5 days away from season 3. But cool to start building the hype now and start seeing some stuff that they're teasing and coming out with. So, looking forward to it. Should be a good time.